So it looks like we're going to start to see the events for World War Hulk happen a lot sooner than we thought. Reports for a solo Hulk film have been going around a lot over the past year. We know that Mark Ruffalo is returning as the Hulk, but in what capacity? Which Hulk exactly are we going to see? Is it still going to be Professor Hulk? Or could Savage Hulk return? Something that fans have been wanting for an extremely long time at this point. Well, the good news is, based off of everything that we've heard so far, including a new report, it sounds like Savage Hulk could be making his return. And a new report makes it sound like he could pop up in Captain America Brave New World. Maybe not necessarily Savage Hulk, not yet at least, but it does sound like we could be getting a Hulk versus Red Hulk battle in Captain America Brave New World, if not that movie, soon after. And if what we are hearing is true, the way that they are going to set up this new Hulk storyline makes a lot of sense. And if done correctly, and that's really the key for everything in the MCU now, if done correctly, we could get an amazing Hulk solo movie. So let's dive into it. This report is coming from Alex P. over at the Cosmic Circus. He recently talked about a lot of the upcoming events for Marvel Studios, and World War Hulk is one of them. And according to him, it still sounds like it's going to be a World War Hulk project, although it's not necessarily going to be what we think, which is something that we've kind of known for a bit. We've been talking about this for a while, but he states that Marvel Studios is setting up a World War Hulk project, albeit not in the way that people would expect. And really, things aren't set up in the MCU right now for the comic story of World War Hulk to actually happen. We don't have the X-Men, the Inhumans, the Illuminati. We don't have a lot of groups in the MCU or the story building up to this to really make it work. Plus, not to mention, Hulk has already been to Sakaar, and we already have been introduced to his son, Scar. So right there, right away, the MCU has already taken away the reason in the comics that Hulk kind of goes insane. His wife and his unborn son die. Now later on it would go on to be revealed that his son actually did live, but the point is the events that cause World War Hulk to happen, the Illuminati tricking Hulk to leaving Earth, him ending up on Sakaar and his wife dying, and him believing his son dying, that all has pretty much passed. And again, we don't have the Illuminati, X-Men, Fantastic Four, etc. yet, but right now that story just couldn't work. So yes, of course, this is going to be a different story. But he goes on to say, the idea is for Bruce Banner, who teased the dangers of Hulk's blood back in She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, to finally see his worst nightmare come to life. The United States government and the governments of the world creating their own Hulks. Now, I do think this is a solid plot for a new solo Hulk film, especially because we are literally about to see this in Captain America Brave New World. This is going to be set up. In fact, that's basically how we are going to get Red Hulk in Captain America 4. And this has pretty much always been what Ross has been up to. He wants to recreate the super soldier serum. He hasn't stopped, and although we might not have seen anything, behind the scenes, a lot has probably gone down. And in a really weird way, and stay with me on this one because I'm about to mention Secret Invasion, but in a really weird way, Secret Invasion kind of set this up as well. They set the premise of collecting blood samples. Then from there, working on and experimenting with blood and DNA of these super people to create other super things. So I'm not sure if they're going to go back and say the Hulk's blood was collected during Avengers Endgame. We now have it. Maybe even some of Steve Rogers' blood since he has the super soldier serum, obviously. And maybe Ross got his hands on some of that blood and now he's been genetically working on it. Once again, trying to create his own super soldier serum, which in turn could be causing Hulks to be created, which obviously that is what's going to happen since we are getting Red Hulk soon. Now, other parts of the world getting his blood, that's rather interesting, but that does set the premise for a World War Hulk film. See, it's not exactly going to be the story of World War Hulk in the comics, but more along the lines of the Hulk has to deal with other Hulks around the entire world. So essentially the premise is a lot of different Hulks are going to emerge, and it all seems to be because somebody got their hands on Bruce Banner's blood. But like I mentioned, people don't exactly want to see Professor Hulk anymore. We want to see Savage Hulk. If we're going to have a movie where the Hulk fights a bunch of other Hulks, we want a crazy Hulk, a rageful Hulk, the Savage Hulk, the one who gets stronger the angrier he is. And according to Alex P., that might be what we're going to get. He continues to state, this might be the breaking point for Banner and could potentially see the return of the Savage Hulk people have been wanting to see for for so long as he goes toe-to-toe with President Ross as the Red Hulk, which I'm being told will happen sooner rather than later. So Alex P, through whatever his sources are, has been told that this is going to happen sooner rather than later. Hulk versus Red Hulk. So a lot of us think that the Hulk is going to be in Captain America Brave New World. Now, this isn't confirmed, and although Alex does have a really good track record with scoops, take it with a grain of salt. But I do think that this would improve Captain America Brave New World, and we do know that the new Avengers team is going to be assembled, or at least start to be assembled, in Brave New World. At CinemaCon and at Disney's Upfront, Marvel showed footage of Captain America Brave New World, and those who attended shared what they saw. And what they showed was that President Ross had called Sam Wilson's Captain America to the White House, and he told him that he wants him to assemble a new Avengers team. And the Hulk has got to be on that list. If you are trying to get the Avengers back together, one, you want one of the only OG Avengers left, and two, you want the strongest, or at least what used to be the strongest. Basically, of course, you would want the Hulk. So I do think that this would be a really cool thing to see in Captain America Brave New World, especially since it's had so many different reshoots. I am worried for the movie at this point because it seems like they have recently, again, kind of changed some things in the scripts. They have added Giancarlo Esposito's character to the film after the entire movie has already been shot. So they're literally making new changes to the overall story after they've pretty much already shot the movie. So I'm a little worried, but I hope that the Hulk fighting Red Hulk was included in whatever final story comes from Brave New World. Now, as far as Hulk going savage again, we have heard that Thunderbolt Ross's Red Hulk is basically going to radiate and emit heat and radiation, and that the temperatures will be so high that it even melts Captain America's vibranium shield. If this is the case, then one, it would make sense for Sam to need the help of the Hulk, but two, this could be what kind of forces Professor Hulk to become Savage Hulk again. Maybe the Red Hulk just beats it out of him until he just can't take it anymore and the anger actually starts to brew up and ultimately explodes. Maybe Red Hulk beating Hulk, combined with the fact that he will find out that his blood is being used to create other Hulks, is just what sends him over the edge. Whether that's a conscious decision to remove any device that he has on to prevent himself from becoming the Hulk, or it just comes out of pure rage, which I hope it does, it seems like things are set up for that to actually happen, which again, I really do hope happens. But go ahead, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you want to see the Hulk go super rageful, savage again? And if so, is this something you would like to see start to happen or happen completely in Captain America Brave New World leading up to a World War Hulk film? Let me know in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU news and rumors. We'll link our giveaway information and all of our socials in the pinned comment. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.